Saturday night I was I'm jumping into the story and even did. What's going on? It's your boy. I am Jimmy Fair, and this is another episode of Talking to Myself. Saturday night I was at my homeboy's wife's birthday party, and being that it's getting dark early here, so we got there and everybody was hanging out, whatever. And there was this large. I went downstairs to get something for my wife. She wanted, something. And I went downstairs to grab it for her. And when I came back up, everybody was kind of looking like, man, what's going on? And so I was like I guess you could say the biggest dude up there. So I walk around the corner, and my homeboy standing in the doorway. So I'm saying, what's going on, bro? You all right? Everything all right? And he was rambling on about this dog. So I'm looking at him in the doorway. I'm thinking that the dog tried to get into the house. And he was like, no, the dog, he was out. And he's looking at the door. So I get closer, and the door has been basically busted in. And he's still talking about the dog. I'm like, the dog? I was like, what kind of dog? He was like, it was this dog, this boxer. And from how he was talking, it put me in the assumption, or under the assumption, that the dog bust through the door, broke the door. So I said, man, what kind of dog broke the door? He's like, no. The dog started running after me, and I broke the door to my house running from the dog. And I just bust out laughing, like, because it was funny. I'm sorry. I was like, man, that must have been a big dog. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, man, it would be great if our dreams, or not our dreams, if something in this life scared us so much that we bust or kick down the door of our dreams to get to the success we desire. See, sometimes we don't know how strong we are. Sometimes we don't know how determined we are. Sometimes we don't have any idea of what we are capable of doing until we are under pressure from some object that is scaring the daylights out of us. You see, I guarantee you, if you would have asked him, hey, can you kick that door in? He probably would have said, nah, I don't, nah. But when that dog lit that fire under his behind, because he didn't know what the dog was going to do. And when that dog turned and started running after him, the superhuman ability that he possessed said to him, dog coming, house safe, must get in. And without thought, without hesitation, without any remorse for house or body, he basically kicked the door in. Now, there are stories around the world of superhuman traits, or superhuman things that people have done. My father has a story. One of his co-workers was changing the tire on his truck, and when the jack fell from up underneath the truck, and the truck landed on my father's coworker. I guess you'd say, by the grace of God, my father walked by and somehow or another lift the truck off of his coworker, thus saving his coworker's life. Why is it that so many of us never achieve our true greatness? Because we never use or never try or never are put into a situation to where we have to succeed. You know, Eric Thomas says, until you want it as bad as you want to breathe, until you want it so bad that your world changes. I'm dealing with some things right now that I guess I don't want it bad enough, because I haven't made 100% commitment yet. I keep talking about it. I keep standing on the threshold. I am literally outside of the door window looking in and can see it. But for some reason, me going to the doorknob, turning the doorknob to gain access to what it is I want to accomplish, it just seems as if I cannot get myself out of the first gear to get into the second gear to accomplish the goal. And I'm looking, I know it's attainable. I see it. I've been closer to it than what I am. But for some reason, I'm stuck. Aren't you tired of being stuck? Now, maybe I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to myself. Aren't you tired of stuck? Aren't you tired of non-success? Aren't you tired, Jimmy, of not attaining your goal, of falling just short? Aren't you tired of second place? Aren't you tired of an honorable mention? I don't want honorable mentions. I don't want second place. I want first place, period. Either I win or don't even try. There's no in between. I know it sounds very, wrong. Second place is for losers. Either you win, either you die and give everything, like they said in the movie 300. Either come back with your shield or own it. You either die on the battlefield or you better not even go off the wall. So what is it going to be for you? What will you do? How will you use fear? Anyway, this is your boy. I am Jimmy Fair, Johnny James' grandson, and this has been another episode of Talking to Myself. Deuces.